Does anybody want to give a recap of last session? Okay, so last session, you guys went.
We all die.
You went with the Alseid, who brought you to the Druid's Grove. You fought an angry tree, some bony crabs, and then you got ambushed while you were trying to rest up before fighting the Bone Collective by some skeletons, which you took out without much issue. And then you went up to confront the Bone Collective. You poured the desecrated oil around it, and it started shooting like black flames up and around at you, and summoning back some of the skeletons to fight you. And so far, you have done 2 of the 10 rounds of combat required to complete the ritual to try and take it over.
Oh, we're gonna die.
And you have learned firsthand that getting too close to this thing is exactly what the Alseid said. Instant death. And so, it is now the Bone Collective's turn. And
I'm sorry, I'm trying to load.
oh, no, if you're not in, we can give you a minute.
My computer's being big dumb.
Whose turn? Oh, it's the Bone Collective.
It is the Bone Collective's turn. We stopped it right as it got back to its turn.
Well, we're not trying to kill it, right?
No,
That's up to all of you. Connor's ritual keeps it. It has a chance. Connor's trying to take it over with his ritual.
You see, Clara can't really do the whole attack to incapacitate.
Well, there's the minions.
Clara just kill, burn, flame.
For better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can try to stun it, because I'm a monk.
Yeah, Zach, it's not loading for me.
Are you using Chrome or Edge?
I tried both.
Oh.
Make sure your hardware acceleration is on in Chrome.
Let me go find that then. Where's that under?
It should just be like Chrome settings and then enable hardware acceleration.
What is Rage Q8 now?
That is something for Tavro.
Oh yeah, I am using hardware acceleration.
Rage Move version 8.9.
No, there's a Q in there too.
Move.
There's a Q.
Okay. MQ stands for MIDI QOL, which is one of the automation libraries that I use. So it is Rage based on MIDI quality of life version 0.8.9. I can change it to just be Rage if it bothers you so much.
Okay, I finally loaded.
Moo.
Yeah, you know what? Moo is good because he's a fucking cow.
Exactly. Katie, have you
Rage
tried turning it off and
Moo.
turning it back on?
I just got in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in?
Yeah, now I'm in.
She's in.
Cool. Yeah, so you see as the thing just kind of reaches up and you just hear it go, "You can't escape." And it, let's see if this hits.
How did I know it was me? I can't deflect missiles. Cold chill.
You
touch,
cannot
right?
deflect missiles chill touch. It is not a missile, unfortunately.
No.
Wow, a 17 hits you? What weak filth is this?
So you see as the thing just like raises one of the like bony hands that is coming out of this black shawl, And you see as like icy hands kind of form all over your body, and you just feel the life being sucked back out of you into that thing again. And Fox, I need you to just give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, this is freaking zooming.
All right, so
He's zooming on my phone.
I have a question. Is everybody else's chat bubble like grayed out?
what do you mean
Chat
grayed out?
Like anytime you roll, like it's almost like it's in dark mode. Like I can't see anything. Or is that just because like we're all in the dark here, like our tokens are?
No, you're actually in light because the black flames are giving off light. It's just like a dark light.
What is happening today? All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your computer. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault.
So you can't see the chat at all.
I can see things in the chat, but like all of the words are like black, so it's like very difficult for me to see.
Do you have any like Chrome extensions that put it into dark mode that you can turn off?
I don't have anything else in dark mode, so I don't think so. I'll just try going back to Edge. It's fine.
Okay. Technical difficulties, please hold. But Fox, you now that you've started casting the ritual and the oil is like, you see as the oil is kind of like creeping in, and you recognize this from your training with Razmir, and you feel a budding connection form between you and the Bone Collective, and like it almost feels like a whisper in the back of your mind, but you just hear like in like a raspy voice. I'm gonna send it directly to you.
Okay.
Actually, just realized I don't know if there's a whisper function in this that I set up.
Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it over Discord. So you just hear that. Like, almost like in the back of your mind as this connection begins to bud.
Watch out for those flames, guys.
Clara, what would you like to do?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So, Clara, seeing her friend get hit again, is gonna activate her Eldritch Cannon. Oh, hold on, no, I don't want to target myself. I want to become Clara again. Okay. And then, target these little shits. And how is this? Wait, no, not that. Sorry, hold on. Features. Eldritch Cannon Protector. Normal.
Thank.
Okay, and then she's going to use the ultimate spell. So trying to get this big baddie's attention, she's gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Meanie, over here!" And then she's gonna use her mage hand to try to pull his robe.
Okay.
In an attempt to, like, turn his attention to her.
The zooming! It's zooming!
The zoom
Why is it so far in?
It did really zoom there. I'm not sure why.
Ink.
Yeah, so give me a performance check. Either performance, persuasion, or intimidation. Whichever one, like, however you want to flavor it. Just, like, grabbing the robes and trying to pull its attention towards you.
Oh, you were wearing the pink suit.
She's gonna do a persuasion. Maybe. Hold on. Let's check. Why are they all plus zeros? Oh, I'm still the Eldritch Cannon. No. Sorry. Clara. Be Clara. There we go. Okay.
Oh god, the cannon's dancing.
She's okay. Nope, never mind. She's not good at persuasion. Or she's not good at any of these. Okay, she's just gonna use persuasion.
Oh no! I saw that just slowly tip off the 20.
Yeah, and you see as, like, you kind of yank the robes a little bit, and it just kind of, like, snatches them back, and it doesn't even turn to face you.
Oh, she tried.
She did try. Alright. Fox, what would you like to do as you're just seeing this thing, like, build up its necrotic energy around Kai?
Hi, how you doing there, buddo? Yeah, that's right.
That's it. He's just so fueled with adrenaline, he just, like, he is staring, like, stone-faced at this bone collective, just, like, yelling with adrenaline.
Does anyone have a ranged weapon out?
What are those?
Quickly.
I think Gideon had his bow out.
Yeah, I probably did. I don't know if I did or not, but it's something I would have had it equipped easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a free action to swap it out.
Well, Katie, didn't you shoot him with your bow last time?
No, I think
can we get my bow?
Gideon laid the oil and then attacked one of the skeletons in melee, actually.
Oh.
It looks like the last thing I used. Oh wait, no, that's Kai. Kai.
Yeah, last thing was
Let's go with
Mistblade
the-
against a skeleton. Alright, Fox, what are you doing?
Well, my action is going to be continuing casting the spell.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay, so that brings you up to 3 of 10 rounds successfully concentrating on the spell.
And am I able to freely move around?
You can do your normal movement, yes. You just can't take the dash action. And you do have to stay within 120 feet, I believe. Whatever the spell range is, but I think that's 120 feet.
Hold on.
Yeah, 120 feet. So if you go more than 120 feet away, the casting will stop. Alright. So you continue concentrating on the spell as you dart away, hoping to get a bit out of range. Gideon, what would you like to do?
Can I attempt to shoot it with my bow?
Skeleton's right in front of you.
Yeah, so which one are you shooting? The main one, or...
Oh, actually, Hold on. I'm trying to get used to this new UI thing. Actually, I'm gonna take this one. And gonna try and move myself, which I can't because I targeted that.
Remember that you can control click drag to ruler and then spacebar to go and move.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go like right here. And then I'm gonna target this one that I'm standing in front of. My mist blade.
The Mist Blade.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't get sneak attack on that one, but you do hit as you like just pierce through a chunk of the bones, and it's still kind of reforming from when you like killed it earlier in the campsite. So it seems like this hit it pretty hard, and it's already like beginning to fall back apart.
Cool.
And around this time, you all hear the clopping of hoofs coming towards you. And Brian,
I can see.
I think you should now be able to see.
And fight!
So the rest of you kind of all look and see as just turning towards the sound, a minotaur is darting towards the you all, and we're just gonna put you on. You know what? Rolled for you. You got a 6. That is actually perfect because I was just gonna put you. Oh, you got an 8.
Brian, this is you, right, Tavro?
Yeah, I'm
That's
Tavro.
him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Tavro, as you approach, you are led here by your assignment to go track down the undead that was terrorizing this druid grove. And as you approach, you see spurts of black flame coming off of this hilltop, and you see a group of other adventurers, one of whom you actually recognize as a fellow member of the Boros Legion, fighting off against some skeletons and a larger pile of bones, and like seemingly in the center of where these black flames are lipping out from. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Just real quick, is everything like a bit like grayed out for everyone?
Yeah,
So that is
black
because it is
spot.
black flames.
Yeah, I figured that was it. I just want to make sure my computer wasn't just like dying.
No, if
Yes.
you
Right.
look like where your character is, it like there's an animation and it's colored around that circle.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So, do it. Like, all right. So, what does that? What does that circle around it look like? Is there like is it like shining? Is it flames or?
So the circle around it is like the template that you see there is a circle of like black flaming oil right now. And you see
see.
that the black flames are pretty much just going right up to the edge where like you see that like stone circle around it. Like all of these like henge-like structures. That is like where the black flames are kind of ending, and you see that they like lip out a little bit. But they never really get too far past that. But inside there is just filled with like this giant writhing pile of bones and the black flames.
See, okay. And so Tavro knows that flames are hot, and so I'm not going to enter the circle. However,
that is one thing to
Sorry, go
note.
ahead.
You can actually almost feel it feels like an absence of heat coming off of this. Like it feels like there's an air conditioner at the middle of there, or like an ice block.
I see. But I do see Big Bado, and so I need to go. It's Morbin time, and I'm going to move 35 feet to here.
Oh,
I
hey,
didn't
best friend.
realize that we are dealing with Dr. Tavro Morbius.
Yup, it's Morbin time. And then this is like a skeleton thing in front of us, right?
Yes, so that is a skeleton.
I'm going to fucking smack it. I'm not going to rage, but I will smack it.
Okay, no rage.
Let's see.
So just give me a normal stabbo attacko.
That did not add any of my bonuses.
Which thing
on.
are you rolling? Let me make sure that
The spear. Just like melee spear. It's a 15 to hit.
doesn't even look like you rolled.
Yeah, I didn't see any roll.
Oh, that was the initiative roll. Why didn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry,
you have
I'm
to
a
you have to
fucking
target it first. So remember,
Oh,
hover
you're
over
right. I
it.
forgot about that part.
Yeah, hover over it,
so-
press T,
And T. Yeah, I got it. I
and
got
then
it.
try
That
to
was my
roll,
bad.
and it should go.
Doing it. B. And that's. Oh, and I would like to reckless attack.
Okay,
with
so
advantage.
yeah, do it with advantage.
The
The advantage helps.
I think. Yes.
And then it should come up with an option for damage. Just do normal damage. Because
Oh, shit. My
you're
bad.
holding your shield, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so normal, not
So,
versatile.
Sorry. Ignore this roll. I accidentally clicked out of the other one.
No worries.
And then normal, not very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just run up and you bring your spear down onto this thing, and the bones that were already barely holding together after Gideon stabbed at it just crumple apart into a pile on the ground.
I see. Excellent. And there's another one. Oh, I don't think I can reach it. I-
Just, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. I think. Is that? Yeah, that's you next to me, Katie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recognize you as Boros, and that's would be as soon as I just smash that thing down, it's gonna be like, "What's the situation?"
We're just trying
Details. I need details. Okay.
we're trying to set this thing on fire and defeat all of these gremlins that keep coming out of it.
I see. I can help with that.
I would like to say, as I see this big lumbering Hulk coming in, just say, "Hey, don't mess up the circle."
Thank you, citizen. I cannot get close enough to attack that other one though, which is very unfortunate. Now I need to use an attack. So I think for right now that's
You're
Alright, go ahead.
level 5 barbarian, right?
yeah.
Extra attack does not specify that one of your attacks cannot be a thrown attack if you want to throw your spear.
Yeah, but if I throw this spear, I can't really get it back from the circle.
Fair.
And I can't do the other thing because that's a full action, I think, right?
Correct.
It's not just one of my
Yeah,
attacks.
so if you're
yeah.
going to do the special feature, that is your full action.
That's what I figured. I actually should have done that before because I would have gotten all three of them, but it's fine. Yeah. I'll just put out my shield against the thing in front of me and just end my turn right there.
All right. Kai, as you see this minotaur just rush forward and smash into one of the skeletons and break it apart, what would you like to do?
So I'm first gonna run just right here and just point and just say, keep him alive. Don't kill the thing in the center. Or don't kill that thing.
Can I hurt it?
Yes.
Good. Good.
And then run over right here. And I believe I did my course carefully enough that this thing, I was not within 5 feet of that.
Yes, you did stay just on the outside of the stone circle, so you did not get... It did not attack of opportunity. You didn't come into contact with the black flames.
So ironically, My best course of action for staying alive is to keep attacking. That's a no. That's yes.
So close to getting the crit.
I know.
Yeah, so you just run up and you stab into this thing's head, and you see as you split the skull, and it just falls apart.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I'll take my, was my wisdom modifier to, yeah, so I get my 7 temp health, which replaces the 4 from the Eldritch Cannon, right?
Yep.
That does replace the 4 because it's more, yeah.
Yeah. And Brian, bear in mind that, like, I'm a monk and there's, like, probably a solid amount of blood just coming out of, like, my head right now. Like, I have already gone down in this fight and I am surviving off of temporary hit points.
That's fair. Unfortunately, I am Big Cow.
Oh, I know, I'm just setting the scene.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Very nice.
And, I have an extra punch, and it is not going to be used.
Did Vexera just stop for everybody else too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. There we go. Yeah, so you all see as this thing rears up and goes, "Another challenger. No matter." And Fox, as you like listen in on that connection a little bit more, you just get one word back from the thing that you heard previously, and it just goes, "Yes." And as it says that, you see as the black flames break through the circle and come flying straight at you. Actually, it goes out at everybody.
Oh
Wait,
no.
no, I think I have that set up wrong. 1 second. Let me check.
30-foot radius.
Yeah, that's a big spell.
Yep, nope, that is not meant to be a template. It's supposed to be a spell attack. I apologize.
Is the radius still 30 feet though?
Well, it has a range of 30 feet, but it hits one creature.
Oh.
So he goes for the cannon, right?
It goes for Fox. So Fox, it is going to attack you. Oh, god damn it. Why am I targeting all of you still?
Oh god, we all take.
Okay, let's do this right.
Shit.
Cast spell. Attack 1. And it misses. So you just see as like this hand made out of black flames comes flying at you, and you're just barely able to dodge out of the way before you're engulfed in the flames, and you're able to survive without being hit. And then you see as it takes one of like its bony hands, and it just shoots the hand off at you.
Oh. Ooh. Oh.
And you just feel as you start getting torn apart by this thing. Do you make the concentration check?
It's not me concentrating. Because remember, we had Bless added to us.
I thought you were concentrating on the bolt enhanceability.
You're concentrating on the spell in the middle, right?
Yeah, and
No, that's casting. Casting's not concentrating.
casting's not concentration. So you fail. So Kai, you no longer have bull's strength.
No.
Why did it roll twice?
I didn't roll the first time.
I think you timed out and it just did it for you. All right. So Clara, as you see, as this thing like harnesses the flames and starts shooting them out at Fox alongside bursts of bones, what would you like to do?
Okay, so first you say, Canny, go stay by the Fox! And then the cannon's gonna go to there.
Right. And that is your bonus action, right?
Yeah, but it's also gonna use its thing. So, hold on. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, wait, no, I have to be Clara again. I have to switch over too much. This is a lot of work. Bob.
Eldritch Cannon, Protector Man.
Protect. Did you even get anything from that?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Then Clara's gonna say, "Hey, you big meanie! I said, look over here." And then he's gonna firebolt him if it'll ever come up. Yeah. Yeah.
And you hear as this thing just starts screeching, and it just turns its head towards you and lets out this roar.
Clara would also like to back up 10 feet.
That's fair.
To go right there.
It roars and you're just like, no, I didn't mean it.
Oh, sorry, no!
Sorry.
Fox, as it turns its attention to Clara, who hit it with some firebolts, what would you like to do?
You know, I might move down so I'm at least. I'm gonna, well, action, still keep the casting, and then. You want the cannon near you or near them?
I don't need it. I was gonna keep it to, like, towards you guys.
What is it? Down here. Action, keep casting.
Any bonus actions?
I think not. Because the only one that's really useful would be, actually,
Any day now.
I am a genius man.
We said we couldn't cast other spells while you were doing it.
You can't... Yeah, you can't start concentrating on a new spell, Connor.
Oh, I can't, just remove it from me then.
Yeah, because I think we went over Healing Word last time.
Yeah, so you can do it as long as it doesn't start a new concentration.
Do you mind just erasing those effects
Yep.
and then now
I
my
got it.
turn?
And make sure you give yourself back the spell slot.
Yep.
Alright. So that is now 4 of 10 rounds successfully concentrating on the casting. Or successfully doing the casting. Gideon, what would you like to do?
I would like to move back here. Why can't I move? Why can't I move? That's because I'm selecting a target. I would like to move back here. And then I would like to try and shoot it with my arrows. You gotta get off. Oh.
Alright, yeah, you step back and you ready your bow. But as you loose an arrow towards it, you see as the bones kind of just move apart and let it pass through harmlessly.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Alright. Tavro, what would you like to do?
Boy, so it's just the Bone Collective right now that we can see, right?
Yep.
Right now, that seems to be the only thing. Living is not the correct word because it's undead, but you know what I mean.
I gotcha. Quick question that I hadn't thought of before, just before I go. Would me using the special spear thing count as an attack? Because otherwise I'd lose rage.
It counts as a hostile action.
Alright, I'll take it. So I don't want to throw it at it, because then I can't get it back until we do whatever the fuck for two. I would like...
You can recall it with an action later on.
But that's only if I do the thing, right?
That's only if you make it explode, yes.
Yeah. If I do the normal throw, then I... Which would be nice, because then I... It's whatever. Anyway. I'm going to move. I'm going to start running at Connor, because like Gideon did point to me that like he's the important one here. I'm just going to look at you, Connor, as I run towards you, and just scream, "Don't be afraid!" and rage. Can you make me large, please?
Yes.
You don't fear me.
Yes. And go like...
You are being rescued. Do not resist.
Yes. And then like as I like finally become big, I like turn on a point, look at the thing in the middle, and do the special throw explode.
Alright. So do that. It should let you place the template for what it hits.
So I have to target it first, right?
No target if you're doing the template thing.
Oh, I see.
Because the template will target for you.
Yes, usability. It's the only target, so I'll just put it.
No, yeah. So, like that.
And then
Red flames and blue template makes purple.
oh my god.
Oh, it's supposed to be red.
And I think that is fine. So it has to make a dex saving throw, I believe.
Yes. Which it fails.
Yes, so it takes 14 fire damage.
Woo!
Yeah, so... do you want to describe how this looks?
Yeah, so one, I become big on my way to Connor, turn in a point, and then throw this spear that I have at my side, and as it reaches, like as it would almost just about, like, pierce the thing, it just completely erupts in it, like, an explosion of, like white flame. Or red flame, I don't know.
Yeah, and you see as, like, it starts just screeching in pain as, like, the white flames mix with the black, and eventually they are swallowed by the black flames, but for a few seconds it's just burning white hot. and you see
Yeah.
as it just turns around to you, and there is just like there's pure malice radiating off of this thing towards you.
I see.
I think
that
that's
is my
everything
action.
because you moved bonus action and action, right?
Yeah. And then I'm just kind of like just gonna stand here between the thing and Connor. And then just if I can, I just want to turn to Connor and be like explain to me the situation. What are you doing?
Keep it in the circle, and it'll all be handled.
It's not an explanation, but okay.
All right, Kai, what would you like to do?
All right, so right here, is that like on fire now?
Sorry, yeah, that template goes away. Give me a second. That was a
Yeah, it's not like a
one-time.
continuous effect.
It
Yeah.
is a one-time burst to show what hits.
Okay.
There are still
Do
like
what Kai does best. Die. So Kai is just going to like see everyone attacking this, and I'm just gonna just run into the. Hold on, I have the wrong thing selected. Just run 5 feet into the circle, like, and just start wailing on this guy. That's a miss. Try again. That is a hit. I'm gonna do damage, and then I'm gonna try to stun it. So let me find where that is. You. Perfect.
it's you successfully stun it as you just like knock it in the face, and you see as the bones kind of get rattled for a second and begin collecting themselves back up.
And then I'm going to take 5 feet back out of the circle.
All right.
And that is until the end of my next turn.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, let me just put stunned on this thing and then Clara.
So seeing that it didn't do anything, she's not gonna firebolt it, but she's gonna keep using her mage hand, and she's gonna say, "This is mine, mister," and try to pull one of his bones out of him.
Just taking a bone from the collective.
Yeah, I mean, like, you see as it's kind of like, it got, like, completely rattled by all of the, like, by your firebolt and the, like, flaming spear explosion, and then Kai just came in, fucking, like, Superman punched him in the face, and he kind of, like, fell apart a little bit, and he's, like, rebuilding himself now, and you just kind of sneak in with your mage hand, pull out a bone, and now there's just like a bone in your like normal hand, and it's just kind of like rattling, and you feel it kind of like trying to pull back to the bone collective, but you just kind of slide it into your pocket.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, then the cannon is gonna move. He's gonna come over here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. That's all.
You're not gonna activate it?
Well, I don't think I need to.
You can activate it on Tavro.
Has Tavro been hit?
No, but that'd
I
be
am beat
it's
now.
a limited number of activations.
No.
You count.
Okay, she gonna do it then. Bop. Bop. Features. And then. Bop. Okay.
Alright. Fox, what would you like to do?
Action. continue casting.
We're halfway there.
And yeah, I believe that is a fine location.
All right.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Yeah. So Gideon, what would you like to do?
She's trying
Unfortunately, that's
again.
not quite enough to hit it.
She's trying. That's what she's doing.
It's the only ranged thing I can do that doesn't involve throwing
Oh, wait,
my
wait.
sword.
Sorry, you have advantage on this
I do?
because it is stunned. So you
Oh.
can
Yeah.
roll again to see if you hit. Well, don't roll this one with advantage.
Well, they
Doesn't
both.
matter.
It still misses. Yeah, so
I'm
you
confused. You just told me to roll with advantage.
well, the first one should have been with advantage, but it missed. So when you roll 2, if you just rolled again, that would have been the equivalent of rolling with advantage. By rolling the second time with advantage, you basically gave yourself double advantage, which isn't a thing.
And you still miss.
But you still missed, so... yeah, so you see as, like, you send another arrow loose into this thing, but with the writhing of the bones, there's, like... Usually you're just aiming for the general mass, and it buries into flesh, but now, like, there's so many gaps with the bones and stuff, the arrows just keep flying harmlessly through. Tavro, would you like to do anything?
This thing is still. Yeah, this thing is still stunned, right?
It is still stunned until Kai's turn, yeah. End of Kai's turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see that Kai runs up and isn't like murdered by getting next to it immediately, or at least it didn't seem that way. And I don't have a weapon in my hand.
It would be a free action to pick the spear you threw back up if you wanted. Like, the spear is there
I know.
physically.
Oh, is it? I thought it is like
So
destroyed.
it goes into like a burst of flames, and you can either call it back out of that while it's still flaming, or you can just run up and pick it up. Like, it is just there in the middle of the fire pit.
Would it be an action to pick it up?
Free action to pick it up.
Oh. And I have a reach of 10 feet, so could I do it from here?
So you have a reach of 10 feet. Oh, wait, yeah. As the giant, you have a reach of 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So there, you'd be able to grab it.
Yes, I grab it, and I'm going to put it right back in it.
All right, give that attack roll with advantage.
So I will not reckless attack, because that would be stupid. Oh, I need a target. And
You do need a target.
I think I was already targeted somewhere. Okay. Advantage. Yes. And then, no.
Yeah, so you just run up, pick your spear up, and just dig into its stomach.
That didn't add my rage damage, though, so that actually is 11 damage.
Oh, I'll have to fix the macro on that.
Yeah, I do have rage activated, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'll have to fix that.
No, it's all good. I was sure to check for it. And then I'll fucking do it again.
You do have extra attack.
And it is still advantage. Yes. Normal. Perish. Another 11 damage.
Yeah, so bring that down. Yeah, so you just run up, grab your flaming spear out of the ground, and just shove it into this thing twice as it's still reforming. Anything else?
And then I will just back up.
All right.
It's because it is spooky.
Kai, what would you like to do?
So I am going to Brian Monkman, can you stun something that is already stunned? To reset it?
No.
No?
I think you have to wait a turn.
No, if you do your stunning strike and succeed on it this turn, it would then go to the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Chaz not used to having that many successes.
Yeah, that is why DMs get mad at monks abusing stunning strike, because if it's one enemy, you can stun lock it. Granted, it has to fail repeatedly, and you have to use a bunch of key for it, but you can, in theory, stun lock.
Yeah, I'm aware. I only have 2 key left, and I feel like I'm trying to stun lock it for a good reason here. It's not just so that we can all hit it. I'm trying to keep it in one place. That is the best way I know how. Bop.
Remember that was with advantage, just in case you want to see if you get the crit. Actually, is it stunned until your next turn or until the end of your next turn?
End of your next turn.
Start it. Oh.
It does say until the end of your next turn. Okay.
And like I didn't type that in here. Foundry did.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yep. No, that's
checked.
fine. I was just checking.
Yeah, so not a crit.
Yeah, so you do hit. Are you going to try and stun strike it?
Yes, I'm going to attempt once more. It fails again.
And it stays stunned.
All right. I am going to then, like, knowing that I just connected again, just hit it a little more.
And you do.
Yeah, you begin taking your revenge on this thing for taking you down earlier as you just run up and start beating into it.
Whoops, sorry, that was supposed to be with advantage as well.
Yeah, the 25 will hit. Yeah, and you are just like tearing into this thing as it is powerless to react against you.
Okay.
It begins its turn and is still kind of just like pulling the bones back together and reforming into a full creature, but it doesn't seem able to really do anything beyond that. Clara, what would you like to do?
Another one.
You take another bone, and you're just slipping these bones into your pocket left and right, and now you've got these 2 bones, and like you feel them tugging against your robe, trying to get back to the Bone Collective, but you're...
No. Clara's making a little licking log house out of all the bones she's taken.
If you leave them on the ground, they are going to go reform with the big one.
Okay, fine.
I don't know why the Zoom thing happened again. I turned that off.
His laundry is too powerful.
Okay, if they're gonna go back to him, then Clara will keep them in her pocket.
Alright, yeah, so you like feel them tugging, but they stay in your pocket. Any bonus actions or anything?
Yep. This guy's gonna go... Oh, hold on. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Bop! There. Okay. I am finished.
Alright. Fox.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, continue casting the ritual. This is round 5, correct?
This would make it round 6.
Oh, round 6, okay.
I'll start putting the number in each time.
Why?
The Zoom!
My voice is too powerful. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the healing word until we're in a bit more danger.
Alright. Gideon, what would you like to do?
One more time. Do I still get advantage?
Yes.
You do still have advantage, yeah.
Please, God.
That one will
finally.
hit.
It's normal, right? That's not a crit.
It is normal damage, yeah. It's only a crit if the thing is like bright green after you roll it. That means you got a crit.
Well,
Yes. So you're finally able to loose an arrow, and it lands into this thing, and you see as it connects and actually like stabs through, and one of the bones that like kind of catches the arrow just shatters apart.
thank goodness.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Tavro, you're a big bull. And there's a
Boy.
stunned boy.
It's true. This is my destiny. I shall take a step forwards, and then I'll morb him.
You don't even have to take a step forward if you're using the spear. You have a reach of 15 feet.
Only 10. It only increases it by 5.
The spear increases it by 5. Being large also increases it by 5.
Wait, a spear isn't 10 feet range.
A spear is a
Only
pole
5
arm, don't you?
Not all pole arms have extra range.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, that's why I was iffy about it. But I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So yeah, I do have to move forwards. And I still have advantage. So, no,
That will not hit.
no, I'll do it again.
Yuck.
And
That will hit.
yes, 8 damage. 10 damage.
Yes, let me take away the additional 2. Yeah, and you see, like, you run up and you miss the first one as it's still kind of recollecting, but you're able to get the second one stabbed down right into it. And you see as, like, it is now becoming weak and beginning to fall apart.
Right. Yeah, then I just step back and that's it.
Alright, Kai, what would you like to do?
What I do best.
That'll hit.
And I am not going to apply another stunning strike.
Okay.
Guys, we're not supposed to kill it.
We're weakening it.
I mean, Fox does know the weaker it is, the more likely it is to fail the save at the end of the ritual. Oh.
Yee.
Oh god.
There's some extra stuff that happens on a crit with that dagger. I don't remember what, though.
I believe it's that I get health, I think, based on... It's
You
in my
gain
inventory
temp
right now.
health equal to half the necrotic damage dealt.
Yes. Oh, it's temporary. Why do I have so many temporary things? Right, and the necrotic on that was 6. So,
As you feel, you start to pull back the necrotic energy into yourself. You don't feel reinvigorated at all.
well, I didn't want to accept it anyway.
Oh yeah, 3 is less than what you currently have, but like, you feel, you know that you hit, you know that that dagger is supposed to pull the life out of things. It didn't.
Yeah, probably because it has no life to take. Alright.
And this thing is no longer stunned.
No long. It is back now.
And you see as it, like, finishes pulling itself back together. And, you see as it just goes, "No!" And you see as a burst of bones comes up in front of it, and starts surrounding Tavro. And Tavro, it's going to swarm around you.
What?
Excuse me?
As it sends out its entire body, and the bones begin swarming around your body. And you do take half that, because it is... and you succeed the saving throw.
What type of damage is it?
It is piercing.
Piercing.
Oh, that's nothing. Never mind. I can easily take that.
Wait, what? I think I just accidentally killed you.
Yeah, it did the full 66. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, could you? Well, I was at max health, so it's an easy fix.
Yeah, so what's your max health?
50.
Okay, so you should be at 14.
What's your
no,
constitution?
17.
I also had 6 temp health.
Should be at 23.
And also I take a quarter damage because I'm raging and it's piercing damage.
Why is it only a quarter?
Because it was half because I got the saving throw, right?
The Constitution saving throw is against the poison. That is a different effect.
Oh, I see. I understand. Yeah, so I'm still alive, but okay.
Yeah, I know your hit die is bigger than me, but damn, that's a lot of health.
I'm still like at like half.
So this thing just begins swarming around you and pulling, like, literally just tearing your body apart. And you're able to rage and stay through a lot of it. But it is just, like, you are bloodied and bruised after that. And then you see, as it turns to you again, Fox, and the flames start licking and shooting out at you again.
Wait, so is this thing still in the center?
There are now 2 of them. One is smaller.
Okay.
So, Fox, you are completely engulfed in these black flames, and you feel as the life force is just being sucked out of you. As long as this is being concentrated on, you have disadvantage on attacks, ability checks, and saving throws made with strength, dexterity, or constitution. At the end of each of your turns, you can try and break out of that.
Okay.
And that will bring us to... And at the end of its turn, you hear as it reaches out to its master again, and you just hear as it goes, Fox Machine. Clara, what would you like to do?
Oh, cat!
Clara voice spiked it.
Oh no, Mr. Cow, I'm gonna help you.
I think the monk might still need it more than me. Oh no,
Yeah,
I got healing.
Clara says that. I just say under my breath, yeah, sure, help the fucking cow.
Racist.
Great. And bonus action. Get your 10 hit points.
Yeah, so, Tavro, you see as the
Me?
little, like, can... It already applied. You see as like the little cannon walks up behind you and
Okay.
just sends out this like little burst of energy, and you see as like a little arcane shield begins to form around your body.
Very nice. Ooh.
Fox, as it moves to you, you feel the black flames just sucking out your vitality. And you heard that thing say your name through its mental connection. What would you like to do?
I sent you a Discord message.
Oh, shit. Let me check that.
You go.
Okay, yeah. You say that in your head. And, like, you kind of, like, push it through the mental connection. And... yeah, you push that through the mental connection.
Brian,
Anything else you'd like to do?
how bad you looking, Brian?
He's Tavro.
I'm still kicking. I'm fine. If he does that again, I might not be. But
Well, you see, I'm contemplating if I should healing word myself or you.
do yourself. Well, I mean, it's your choice. I'm not speaking right now. Tavro says nothing.
Alright, and that...
Yeah, and that'll be it.
yeah, so you kind of just shout words of encouragement at yourself, and that brings us to 7 rounds of casting, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Gideon, what would you like to do?
We don't want to kill this thing, right?
Correct. There's a smaller one now that you can whack.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because I don't want to go after this big one. Ah!
At the fucking
Why is
zone.
it always Pat?
Gosh, Pat.
I will fix that after this combat. I just don't know what setting flipped on to change it. I apologize.
I'm gonna look.
Ah, stop!
God damn it, Brian.
I think I know what setting it is. I just want to check to see if it would do it.
Because
show speech bubbles.
where's
Can I
that?
Yeah, enable chat bubbles. It's in just configure settings.
Oh yeah, no, but pan to token speaker is off. But yeah, you know what? There, I'll turn that off and see.
It might not be
We'll
that.
see if that works.
That's
I turned it
individual
off.
setting.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe it's not it.
Yeah, I just turned that off for myself.
So Gideon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attack this little one in front of here, and I'm gonna use my Mist Blade.
You in me?
No, I'm next to you.
Right now, you're in his space,
Oh,
which you can do. You can move into
Yeah,
and
just-
out of a allied creature's space. You just can't end your turn there.
Yeah, she has
It's half
more movement.
and then after that, I will just move over here.
All right. Yeah, so you run up, you stab the smaller bone collective with your mist blade, and you're able to take out a chunk of it, and then you just and then as you step back, it turns to you.
What about
Or-
sneak attack?
Yeah, so first sneak attack. Second, would you like to disengage as a bonus action before you step out of its range?
Oh, yes. Wait, what can I can just do any other attack as sneak attack, right?
No, just roll sneak attack because you were next to
Oh.
Tavro when you hit.
Features, sneak attack.
certainly within 5 feet.
It certainly did not expect another cop inside the cop.
Cops in a trench coat.
Yeah, so you see as it's like busy swarming around Tavro, and it doesn't even notice as you approach, so you're able to just dig your mistblade into it. Would you like to disengage as a bonus action before you step away?
Yes.
Okay. It does not get an attack of opportunity on you, then. You do need to step away, though.
I know, I was trying to equip.
Alright, Tavro. You see as your fellow Boros Legion member runs up and stabs the smaller thing that's been swarming around you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack the small one. Because it just fucking walloped me. So yeah, let's fucking stand. Yes. It is not at advantage. Oh, I was gonna say I want to attack, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that did still hit.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna try and hammering horns it, so it has to make a strength saving throw.
Alright.
It passes. It needed a 15.
Okay. Yeah, so you see as it kind of just holds its ground as it continues swarming around you.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna stab it again.
That's fair.
Yes.
That was a lucky bounce onto the 17.
Yeah.
Nice.
And oh yeah, and both of those are +2. So the first one was 8. This is now 13.
Okay, so just 4 extra damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that rage. Yeah, so you're able to just tear into this thing with your spear. You try and like push it back with your horns, but it's still split up between enough bones that you can't really get full purchase and push it back. But you are able to just you're just tearing through and breaking bones as you attack this thing.
Use.
And that will bring us to Kai.
All right. I'm going to run up there, and then right to there. That's a pizza.
Hey, buddy.
Aren't monk turns the best? Oh, wait, nope.
And you see, as with the last strike, you punch it, and this smaller one just completely falls apart.
Oh,
Very nice.
well, that works. I was gonna back away, but I was scared to.
But it still says it has health.
What?
It still shows that it has like half.
You're able to see
Yeah,
its
it's just a
health?
health bar if we scroll over it.
I'll have to turn that off. But, yeah. Basically, when it summons another one of it, it summons it with 1/3 health. I just copied the same actor.
Gotcha. But yeah, that is...
That's also why it's the little skull, because I didn't have the automated from its hit points. I was doing the math, and you did over 1/3 with your last strike.
Okay. Then... Oh, wait, does that count as killing something? Oh, no, I haven't lost any health, so never mind.
Yeah, it did count as killing something, but you're also still have your own temp health.
Yep.
Alright.
I punched the once, the twice, 3 times.
4th time.
Okay, all done.
I'm
Okay, we're finished.
I am fiend.
I am finished.
There you go.
Good session.
Yeah, I actually quit.
The bowl just poofs into dust.
You got your,
Nice meeting you all. I'm done now.
you got 3 rounds out of Tavro. That is the one-time use of him. So you see as the Bone Collective just begins swarming, and like it is just looking at you all, and it goes, "No, I still have strength." And you see as the flames around it begin to dim a little bit as they kind of like go into its body. And Fox, you hear this through the connection. So you hear that through your connection,
Yes.
and then you see as the flames almost completely disappear as they go into this thing. And you see as the bones just begin reforming around it. Like broken bones are putting themselves back together. It's pulling back in the bones from the bone collective that it sent out. It's absorbing the skeletons around it and the flames. And after a few seconds, the flames start to come back out of its body again, and it's looking as if it is quite a bit stronger. Clara, what would you like to do?
I don't, mister. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. And suddenly, all of the like hardening cartilage and calcium and new reformed bones that form up around it just burst into brittle flames and burst back apart, and it looks just as bad as it did a few seconds ago.
That's right, mister. There will be no taking your bones back this time.
As Clara's just like, those are mine!
My bones! Does everyone have 10 health right now?
Good question.
I have some.
You know what? We're just gonna try it. Maybe you'll get more. Oh, you're too far away. Or nope, you're not. Okay. Sorry. Back too far. Bop bop bop. Bop ba bop 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 bop. Bop bop ba bop.
So, what are you doing, Clara?
I'm doing it. Calm down. There's a lot of buttons to click, okay? Damn it.
Eldritch Cannon Protector Man.
Almost.
Alright, Fox, this is round 8? Okay. What would you like to do?
Oh my god. You know, I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I am. I don't want us to clump up too much. That worked bad for the dragon. So yeah. Pavro, you still looking good health-wise? Did you get hit?
It's not changed.
Yeah. That'll be it.
Alright, Gideon, what would you like to do? As you see this thing begin to reform itself, and then Clara just blast it all away.
I would like to do the same thing. I did
I'm
last
sorry,
time.
what?
Sorry, I like yawned mid-sentence.
Oh, you're good.
I'm gonna kind of come back and do the same thing I did last time and target this guy here.
The tiny one is dead.
Oh. Then never mind. I was zoomed out really far, so I didn't see the tiny little skull next to it. Then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna chill where I was, and then I'm gonna try and hit it with another one of my arrows. And
Yeah, so you loose an arrow, but you're not quite able to hit it.
okay.
As the arrow kind of just disappears in the swarm of bones and black flames.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't have anything else I would like to do.
Alright, Tavro, what would you like to do?
Boy, it's crunching time. I'm gonna step forwards and keep smacking it a little bit. Oh, sorry, my mouse is going.
Well, if he's doing melee, non-lethal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like, does it? I could see that like bar just blasted away a bunch of its bones, right?
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough right now. You can see like it's getting really slow in reforming itself. Like it is significantly smaller than when you first started fighting it. Like this thing looks like it is in a bad position.
Yeah, I'm gonna start being careful and like try and like hit on like more of the blunt side ish.
All right.
Let's find it. Nice. I will reckless attack though.
Okay. And you said you're going to incapacitate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's actually 11.
Yeah, so you smack into this thing, and it's still up, but you're just knocking away the bones as it's like trying to pull itself back together.
Another one. With advantage. Give me a crit. That's not a crit. I will actually add the rage damage system. Yes. Okay, so that is the actual damage, 12.
Oh, cool.
And then I step back.
Yeah, so you smack it twice, and this thing is down to just like pretty much just the bones that like make up its face now. Like it is a thin skeleton under this like black cloak that it wears, and it is just scowling at you.
Sounds good. I'm gonna mute myself for a second and give them some canned food, but I'll also be able to hear.
Sure. All right, Kai, what would you like to do?
I am going to just come over here and honestly, I'm just gonna ready an action to shove it back 5 feet if it comes within 5 feet of me.
Fair enough.
So, ready.
You see as this thing just shoots out a bone at Tavro.
My body is ready. It also has advantage.
Well, it did
Just
hit.
in case. You want to see if it crits me?
Well, it's going to attack again.
Oh, fuck!
It does have multi-attack.
Yeah, that first one does not kill me, though.
Yeah, so you see as it's just sending out these claws, and let's roll with advantage this time.
Yeah, that do hit.
And it just shoots out these, like, bony claws at you, and it's tearing through your body, but you're just barely able to hold on, and, like, you're able to hold on, and it doesn't quite knock you out.
Yeah, if I didn't have the temp health, I'd be down. Yes, I'm alive.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot. Yeah, I took like essentially like 30 damage that turn. I'm fine.
Taka.
And Fox, you hear this.
I'm Zach type. Sounds fake.
What do you mean it sounds fake?
Like, it sounds like you're just clicking random keys. Like, they do, you know, to, like, pretend typing.
Yeah, except I'm clicking real keys to send messages.
Yeah, but it just sounds like fake.
I love my mechanical keyboard. And that brings us to Clara. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, first, the cannon.
Eldritch Cannon, protect your life.
Volcano Man!
It's something for Tavro.
And then you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna claim her right.
And take another bone.
The
You take another bone and you feel like they are barely resisting at this point. You're able to just pluck it out, and like it's almost as if you have like a magnet in your pocket where like you can feel the minor tug, but it's not like before where they were like nearly ripping out the seams of your pockets. They're just like weakly being drawn back to the main body.
Clara's attempting to make her own bone collective.
Clara decides instead of becoming an artificer to become a lich. All right, Fox.
Scream.
The penultimate round. What would you like to do?
Where is it? Brian, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
In theory, you can have an attack now if you have a reaction.
I do, but I'm not.
Isn't that only melee
Go on.
attack?
Yes, that's why I said in theory.
Yeah, I don't have the reach for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured not. I didn't know if you had
Yep.
it extra with being a giant.
Brian, I do think we're going to reflavor that and give you the 5-foot reach with that spear because I intended that originally, but we'll do that next
Yes.
session.
Yeah, we can just make it an extra long spear.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of the whole idea. Like, it's meant to be a reaching spear.
And I'm a big boy.
So, you know what? Yeah, you were supposed to have that, so technically it is within range. It's right on the border.
So I can do it?
You can do it. I'm going to update
That's-
your item now.
It's more than 5 feet, isn't it?
So, he has a range of 15 feet melee as long as he's using this spear.
Oh.
And I get...
And
the extra
as
5
long as
feet-
he's ranging.
Yeah, and as long as I'm raging, yeah. So yeah, I will fucking try and smack it. Hold on, give me 1 second. So I think, I'm just checking if I still have advantage. I think,
Yeah, Brian, it does
No,
have the
but-
reach property, so you do have the extra 5 feet of reach on it.
yeah, no, I'll hit it, I just don't have advantage like I was hoping I might.
I mean, you can reckless
normal.
if... Oh, wait, you can't because it's not your turn.
It's not, because I can't use an action for it. It do hit, though.
And is
and
this still
this
to
is still-
incapacitate?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that. That was not a crit, so normal. Bada bing.
How do you want to do that?
Well, I imagine... So, like, Connor just, like... How does this work, Connor? how did this happen?
I command you to smack it upside the head and knock it out.
And I feel like I can. And so I take this big fuck-all spear, and I fucking... I imagine, like, I like, pierce it one last time, and then reach around with the blunt end and just, like, smack some of the bones away.
Yeah, you just like smack it on the side of the head, and you see as like the bones kind of just clatter into a pile on the ground, and they're still like writhing and kind of coming back together underneath like this black sheet that it wears, but it doesn't seem to still have like the consciousness, and you just hear Fox, you just hear through the connection, like as it's cutting out. All right. And that will bring us to Gideon. And you see as this thing kind of like falls into a pile that's just like barely moving on the floor in the middle of the fire pit. The black flames are still raging.
So we still have one more round to go though, right?
There is one more round before the ritual is complete.
But if this thing is incapacitated, I can't really do anything, right? That's the point. That's what we want.
This was the goal. I mean, you could choose to go rogue, considering you're a rogue, and kill it.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to take any actions. You can just wait until the ritual's done, but it's your choice. What would you like to do?
I'll just wait until the ritual's done.
Okay. 1 second. And Tavro, what about you?
I'm not gonna schmack it, and because of that, I think I shrink down. But I want to look straight at Fox Machine and just look at him and be like, Spark Notes ritual now.
We have to keep it in there for a minute, and afterwards we can get this thing the hell out of here.
To where?
That's about what you can get in your turn.
That's what I figured. Also shrink me.
Yeah, 1 second. Kai.
Oh yeah, and let me hold on.
I just sent you a message on Discord, and then let me know what you do.
I'm not surprised.
You're what?
I said I'm not surprised. And I just look to it and I go, no. This is bait for even bigger.
Alright.
And I do nothing.
Bone Collective is incapacitated and does nothing. Clara, you stealing another bone?
Oh, she's getting her collective.
Hey, put those bones in the circle. In the circle.
Alright, and Fox. It is incapacitated, which means it automatically fails the saving throw.
Nice.
Meaning the ritual completes successfully.
Yay!
And you see, as this happens, it, like, as you take control of it, actually, let me check the spell real fast just to make sure I'm doing this right.
It revives with full health. It goes up to full health after.
That's what I thought.
Which spell was it again? I was trying to remember.
Reform Undead. Yeah, so you see as yeah, and it's not concentration. This is just yours for the next 24 hours. So you see as this thing, the flames around it go from black to blue to white, and then they go back down to basically just like a red flame, and for the first time since you're here, instead of feeling like it's giving out like an aura of death and like cold, like it feels like a normal warm fire that is raging in the middle of the pit. And you see as the Bone Collective kind of just reforms, and it scurries like out of the flames, but then just looks to you, Fox. And with that, we can end combat.
What in the goddamn?
And it's just
Give me 1 second as I pull my ink back out and would like to draw an eye in the middle of its quote-unquote face.
Its face is just bones. You can't really draw on it.
I'd like to grapple Connor.
That's a lot of blood.
there is a lot of blood.
I'd like to grapple Connor.
I mean, if you want to grapple Connor. And so now it's like just burning bright red with the flames. Are you actually trying to grapple Connor?
Yes, this thing just came back to life before my eyes.
I mean, Connor, make a strength saving throw.
Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, so you're able to like push off the Minotaur as he goes to grab you. And what would you all like to do?
Like,
Why is it back up?
try to grapple Fox. I'm just like, what's your business here?
I look to you, I just go, cop, and look back at Connor and be like, why is it alive?
Clara would like to look up at the big cow and start poking him in his chest and go, Mister, don't hurt my friend!
And around this time, I need everybody other than Tavro to give a perception check.
Lizzie, I think you mean my knee.
Too focused on not bleeding right now. I don't want to have to fight this big cow.
Okay, so
Wait.
Fox and Clara, you both notice something that you didn't quite notice until now, because you were more focused on the combat and keeping this thing in the center. But looking at the Minotaur standing in front of you, wrapped around his chest is a blue glowing cipher of encoded characters.
Ooh.
Excuse you, as I just want to grab the characters from the air.
Yeah, like, you can try and pull them off of him. And yeah, so if you do encode thoughts, let me get the exact message. One second, this is... Seek Delancra in Rixmati. He is your new handler. And Kai, do you actually do that?
Yes, I do.
And you see as the dagger goes into the flame, and the flame starts to, like, die down a little bit for a minute, and the dagger glows red hot, and then Merolathia flies into it, picks out the dagger, puts it back in your hand, and goes, "Rest up. You'll see the benefits soon."
Wonderful. I say with like kind of a smirk.
And pretty much for the first time since it originally appeared, the rest of you can also see Meralathia now on Kai's shoulder and glimmering like bright black. Like it, instead of just looking like the faint wisp of a pseudo dragon, it looks almost like a full black dragon wormling.
Oh.
I see. As I look at Kai, is this your doing?
So you can see him.
Yes.
Yes, ever since we were sent to kill that chicken dragon, whatever the hell that was, my friend here has been instructing me in the ways of undeath.
Why didn't you just ask me? I say as I
trust.
at my giant skeleton.
I'm going to trust the dragon that's been around for longer than you have even been a thought.
The dragon that's dead.
Yes. Exactly.
I want to keep my spear pointed between Fox Machine and the undead, and just ask them to explain again.
I'm gonna look at him and say, well, it is simple. And then I turn to the Bone Collective and say grovel.
And you see as the Bone Collective, like, it was kind of just a swarm of bones with a face. You see as it forms hands and knees and then goes down onto them, bowing before you.
We have
I just want to... Sorry, go ahead.
we have 24 hours to get this thing to its final destination. Best not stop us.
Why? And where?
And you, that message that you came with,
Who is Delantry? Clark's not very good at reading.
There's a slight buzzing in my ear, and it's from an unknown source, but there seems to be something poking my knee.
I'm down here, mister. As she's just like puts her hands on her hips to look menacing.
So tell me, is there anything about Clara that looks like she's an artificer?
I got goals.
And a gun.
she has a wrench that has flames painted on it.
Yeah, oh wait, hold on. I looked at Clara for like the first time. Where is it? There it is. And I just want to like not kneel down, but like crouch down for a second and just be like, just look her right in like the eyes and be like, where were you at that? Where were you the day the guild halls were exploded?
The guild halls exploded. What?
I started crying. Yes. Where were you?
I'm just gonna put up a hand and be like, we can do this later. Time schedule, as I point back to the Bone Collective.
And I just point both hands at Clara and go, apostate.
Do.
Did you or did you not blow up the Boros Guild Hall?
What? I don't know what you're talking about, mister.
Guild Hall didn't get blown up.
Yes, it did.
What are you? When did this happen? What are you talking about?
A few weeks ago.
So, to be clear, there were a series of explosions throughout the city near guild halls. No guild halls were destroyed in explosions.
Oh, I see. I understand.
I would like to pull casting through thoughts again. I would like to pull the memory of us fighting alongside the Boros.
Okay, yeah, you can do that and give it to him. So if you want to decode the strand of memories he just gave you, Tavro, do you want to?
Yes.
You see that, like, you see the burst of explosions and fighting in the streets, and you see as the group of those four were near Sunhome, which is the Boros Guildhall, and they ran to it and actually defended the Guildhall from Gruul rioters. Like, during those terrorist attacks.
I see. Yeah, so that's pretty much proof that you guys didn't blow them up. And I just want to like stand fully up and go, and look at Clara and go, apologies.
And
What
I don't actually say this, but guys, don't tell them that we also were the ones that caused part of the explosion.
It's big.
I play both sides, so I always win.
Until a big cow comes around.
Mr. Cowman, what are you doing here? You owe us some answers.
I am from Boros. I came here to defeat, well, I suppose that.
Who sent you?
Boros.
Why would they send you to fight this? What does it have to do with them?
Did you get any leads from like the commander? Like, why did they send you here? I was just at Sunhome a few weeks ago, and they made no mention of this.
Not much information, simply that the this druid enclave had come to them for help. And that there were undead here. Which follows under Boros protocol. Yes.
But you came with a message, the encoded thought.
I just want to grunt and be, what of it?
Where did it come from?
The Lansrakihi.
But what?
Delon Crow.
Clara's very good at reading.
I myself hasn't known. As you see, it says, seek.
Well, as you can see, this undead situation is underhand. So, if you don't mind, as I walk past and command the Bone Collective to follow me.
You still haven't. I want to kind of fall behind and be like, you still haven't answered where you're going. You're taking it.
Somewhere I think you would appreciate. You could say another thorn in the Boros' side.
And I'm coming with.
Why, of course.
Also, ow, hurt.
Does the cow need more healing?
Fine for now. I mean, I'm not, but, you know.
So, what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna say
As we
I'm
start
going
walking
back.
away, I just like lean into Tavro and go, I know who you are. Hail Sithis.
By Talos, this can't be happening. Oh, is that to me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Your deductible will come in once I get your insurance card later.
And then you can pay me for beating that thing.
As Kai, still completely bloodied, just says, we had it under control.
I just want to look at you and be like, you look like meat.
This is nothing unusual for him, I assure you.
Is he always meat?
He is always meat.
Mr. Kai gets hurt quite frequently.
Well, you see, he died first session, so...
Death is not something that has ever deterred me from a fight.
So, if you are all making your way out to the entrance where you came in, as you do so, you see the Barathea, excuse me, the Alseid who led you here, and as you approach with the Bone Collective in tow, she just goes, "Oh God, you've led it to us. What have you done?" And you see as she just readies a bow and then looks like she's about to bolt away.
I will tell the Bone Collective to grovel once more, and I'm going to say, we have reached a deal. It will leave and return to its other place. In exchange, you will have your entire grove back.
And you see as she just spits on the ground and goes, "Necromancer, we do not deal with undead."
And I am going to just point to my Orzhov sigil and say, "Your loss," and then just keep walking by.
All right. As you do that, and you continue walking, she calls out, "I don't deal with undead, but we are sworn to reward you. Send that thing out for a bit, and then return."
And I'm going to turn to the rest of the party and say, "I will take this thing out away." And then I'm just going to keep heading back in the direction to return to, return home. But we don't have a home. Ooh.
I have
tell
a
him,
vote.
I just tell him, we will meet you in District 5. Do not make the deal without us.
I would never do that.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep heading back.
Okay, so you and the Bone Collective head back with plans to meet at Precinct 5. The rest of you stay with Barathea?
I feel like what? I know
Clara's
we're
gonna
just
go
going to
with
split party, but someone
I'm going to
should at least go with him.
I'm going to
Clara.
follow Connor.
Make sure he doesn't make any deals.
I'm going to follow him to make sure he doesn't sick that thing on someone.
Speaking of sicking it on someone, Fox, you did tell me that you had a very specific plan for as soon as you gain control of this thing. Would you like to enact that?
Oh, yeah, so there is a werewolf assassin, anyway, but beyond that, I think some Orzhov people should be also alerted, so, do I know of any, locations where there's, a Orzhov, sub-office or sub...
There are churches throughout the... There are churches of the Orzhov throughout the 10th district, so you can find one within a few miles of wherever you are, outside of Gruul territory. So once you get back to the city proper, you would know of a church within a 10-minute walk.
Yeah,
Why are we alerting them?
I'm gonna do that, and then I am going to buy a courier to send a letter, high priority, back to the main citadel, and basically say, if you have the desecrated oil, I will let you study a bone collective for a few hours.
Alright, so yeah, you're able to make it back to... So you and Tavro make it back to the city proper. Are you just walking with this bone collective with you, or are you disguising it in any way?
I do want to disguise him in some ways. I don't know how much my clothing is going to cover him, but I do have some robes from way back when that I could just also throw on.
Yeah,
This thing's not one continuous solid, so it can just fit in whatever clothes you give it.
So I give it that, and I'm also going to give it my helmet, which normally covers all my face.
Alright. Yeah, so for the first time, someone is able to see Fox's face, other than Fox. His mandatory oath is broken.
Look away.
But you're able to like give just the robes and the helmet to the Bone Collective, and you see as it kind of forms itself into like a normal, like medium-sized creature, and it kind of just looks like a hunchback human in robes following behind you.
Good.
So you're able to make it back to one of the churches, and you send a courier to Viscopa, which is the main Orzhov guild hall, and pass along that information. And the rest of you, you said you're staying with Barathia?
With it.
Yeah, so
I thought most people were going with.
They can only just like it'll only take like 5-10 minutes, and then they can run after us.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're staying with Barathia for a few minutes, you see as she kind of just like, she like goes and speaks to the treant that you were that she was like staying with at the entrance to the grove, and after a few minutes, you see as about a dozen Alsaids make their way back to the grove from various directions. And one of them is like standing well above the others, and speaks out to them and goes, Barathia has informed me that you have taken up our call for aid and helped us with clearing out the undead from our sacred grove.
So
that is correct. While our methods may not be exactly what you wanted, they are tried and true, and we can promise that it will never return, and your grove is yours forever. Well,
Yes,
I should not say forever, but rid of this specific beast.
Yes, I have been informed of the necromancy, and while our creed bans us from dealing with it, it technically does not ban you from using it to complete a job we tasked you. And so, we bestow upon you the marks of our circle's favor. They'll provide you safe travel from many of the Revelwelt's inhabitants, as well as protect you from the land's harsher elements. If you find yourselves in need, blow it upon your enemies to show them the natural wrath of the 14 points. And you see as she, like, reaches up to the treant and pulls out 5 roses, pinning one on the, like, robes of each of you who is there, and then handing you 2 and says, I understand there are 2 others. Don't let this touch blood until it reaches them. And if you're letting them pin it on you, let me know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Kai, as it goes into you, like, you feel as a thorn kind of pricks you, and the rose freezes over and goes, like, pure white with frost as it, like, binds itself into your robe. Clara, the same happens with you, except it goes blue, and you see little sparks of static electricity, like, crackling between the petals. And Gideon, you see as it goes red, and is, like, very faintly giving off, like, the petals replace themselves with tiny flames and embers that are just going off. She goes, as I said, they'll provide you some protection from the harsher elements, and the rest of the Rebel Belt knows that those in our good favor are not to be meddled with. As long as you haven't made any enemies, you should have safe travel through us.
We thank you very much, and we have done our best to remain cordial with all inhabitants here. We hope to keep it that way, and this will certainly aid us.
Beyond that, you have the favor of our tribe. Don't bring any undead here, but if you ever need us, you can call upon us. We'll do what we can to help you.
Well, now that you mention it, technically I am undead. No, I do not say that.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Flora went with Fox, but whatever.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. So gives it to Kai and Gideon, and then hands them 3 roses and says, "Give these to your allies. Don't let them touch any blood before it gets to them."
I immediately prick myself with all of them.
And if you're doing that, like, you're probably about 15 minutes behind, but it does take a little bit to charter. Like, once you get back to the city proper, it does take a bit of time to charter a wagon, especially bloodied and bruised as you so clearly are. So, in the few minutes that you're waiting, Gideon and Kai are able to catch up to you right around when a chartered cart comes to take you to the nearest church.
Mr. Fox, we need to bring this back to the... What was the place called?
Whorehouse.
Gorehouse. We can't dilly-dally.
What time of day is it?
That's a good question. Let me check my calendar.
Oh, yeah.
It is about 3 p.m.
I'll just point to the sky and say, yes, tonight.
What is your intention here?
My intention is to get more oil to ensure that my control can be maintained a little longer. That way, in case any problems come up, we don't accidentally lose control of it.
We have
Well,
control
if we
of it
go
now. Why not
straight-
get it to its destination?
Yeah, just like Mr. Kai said, if we just go and drop it off, then we don't have to worry anymore. I think you're getting a little too power hungry here, Mr. Fox.
Why would we delay on our journey? We got what we came here for. Let's finish the job.
All I'm saying is we finished the job now, we finished the job a few hours later.
Again, what are you doing in those few hours?
I wish to have someone from Orzhov study the Bone Collective to see if any more secrets can be learned from it. That way, if we come across something like this again in the future, perhaps we might have even more knowledge about it.
But you guys don't study things, you're just greedy money lovers. Yeah!
I like pull out like stacks of papers I have with like notes on how to cast this spell and be like, Well, anyway.
And around this time is when the wagon finally approaches you, and the guy just kind of goes, "All right, where to?"
Well, Fox, you know all of our opinions, but you're the one in control.
In that case, compromise. We will bring it there tonight, but let me have someone study this first, then.
It's not a compromise, that's the original plan.
Oh, dude, that's not compromise.
Well, that's for me going down from sicking it on the werewolf assassin.
That was your plan?
I said that like 10 minutes ago.
You did not.
Yeah, I did.
I really the plan was, and you said that's to study it. You never said anything about the werewolf.
Now listen here.
And the
The
cabbie
cow's
just goes,
got my back.
No, he doesn't.
and the cabbie just goes, Listen, I don't got all day, and you look a bit bloodied up for my card anyway. Are we going somewhere?
District 5.
And I just want to look at Fox and be like, if you don't, no, excuse me. What's your name?
Fox.
And
Machine.
Good. If you don't come back, I'm going straight to Orzhov with this. And
you know,
Boros.
you know what? I actually need you to give a history roll, Tavro.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. History. Oh, I'm going to do so good on this. Ready?
Yeah, there's like 7 bounties on this guy's head already.
9.
Yep, you have no idea. Nothing rings
fair
a bell as he says his name.
Oh yeah, Zach, do I get my charisma back?
Not yet.
No,
Nice.
it's mine. I'm eating it. I like to tell the Bone Collective to give me Pat's charisma.
Who's Pat?
That's also not how that works.
But I can't just eat a bone and get it.
No, if you
Anyway.
try to eat a bone, you do not just magically get charisma.
That's how it works in real life, though. If you just eat bones, you are better with people.
It's true. That's why Gulliver is a fucking...
Wrong.
Not like that.
He's so good.
Anyways, he did say District 5.
And he goes, I hope you mean Precinct 5. I'm not driving for 6 days.
Oh yeah, Precinct 5.
And he goes, alright, where to in it? What? Foundry Street, one of the warehouses. Sun
Yes,
Home,
10th
what?
Street. The Gore House.
Well, no, we say to Rick's Mahdi is the Rakdos Guild Hall, right?
That is the Rakdos Guild Hall, which you have learned can only be accessed through the Gore House.
So then, let's go like a few blocks away from that. Do we know like a landmark there?
Yeah,
A
you've
church
been to...
in District 5. I'm just gonna spout a random church location in District 5.
Yes, I can do that. And there are 6 of you. No, there are 6 of you with the Bone Collective. So it will be 6 silver.
Oh, yeah, wait. When you guys catch up to us, do you give us the roses?
I was waiting until we were on our way.
Huh.
So now that you're in the cart, do you give them the roses?
Now that we're in the cart, I say like to each of you, these are our reward from the tribe. They said that in the Rubble Belt, this icon will show that you have favor there, and the words she used were, it will protect you from the harsher elements. So I just hand one to each of them and I say, and it must touch your blood in order to activate. As I like motion to the rose like on my robe.
But Mr. Kai, I don't like prickly things. They really hurt.
Clara,
How about
do you need someone to do it for you?
Okay, can you do it really quick, Mr. Kai, and I'll clench my teeth so it doesn't hurt?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of a complicated process as it's very particular, and as I'm like trying to like sound studious, I just stab her with the like needle in the rose.
And Tara's just sitting on there going like, how do I get this through breastplate?
I too am wearing armor, so I just put it like on my ear, like someone with a flower in their ear.
All right, so Clara, as you get it, as like Kai pins it on you, it pricks your chest and it starts glowing, like crackling blue with little bolts of static electricity. Fox, as it goes into you, you see as it like turns black, and it almost looks like little shadows are dancing around the tip of it. And Tavro, similar to Gideon's, yours becomes red, and like the petals kind of turn to flames.
In preparation for the... Wait, are we going to the Gore House now?
A church near it.
Never mind.
Yeah, we were going just a little away from the core house just to not rouse suspicion.
Yeah, so after about half an hour, he kind of like lets you off, and you do see it's not quite as extravagant church as you're used to, Fox. A lot of the churches and banks are like much larger and more gaudy. It seems like this has had a lot of... They're a bit more subtle just because of the surrounding area, but it is definitely an Orzhov church that you end up at.
Can I go in and try to get some low-level supplies, mainly just a nondescript cloak and robe to put over the collective so I can have my helmet back? Or
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
okay.
like, you can even, like, pull the robe mostly closed over its face, and it's pretty adept at blending in.
Okay, I'll do that and take my helmet back and turn to the others and just be like, well...
Fine. We will be remaining right here, and don't take long.
No, I already agreed. I'm fine with going to the Gore house. Since none of you seem to value academic work.
No, we do. Just not this.
Correct.
And
Took the words right out of my mouth.
And right around this time is about 2 hours since you started fighting the Bone Collective. And with that, Kai, I need you to give a Constitution saving throw.
oh,
Oh no.
oh, hold. I think I see what's going on here. Come on. No.
Mark your current charisma and decrease it by 1. As you feel the venom that went through your veins earlier surge again, and you feel as your brain becomes a little bit number.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, the dabber.
Appa.
Do you need to see the doctor again?
See, that's 6 charisma. I forgot how to speak.
Your charisma was a 6?
It's down to 6.
You're down to 6 charisma, and suddenly you feel like you're entitled to say certain words that, as a white man, you shouldn't.
Oh.
I look straight into Tavro's eyes.
Say it.
No,
Say it.
that's what you want me to do.
Yeah, I'll fucking kill you.
Anyways, to the Gore house.
In
And I mean-
preparation getting to the gore house, Clara would like to don the pink bodysuit.
Oh no.
The church,
Clara,
man.
you're irresistible.
It's clubbing time.
Okay.
Does my lesser restoration work?
With the lesser restoration, yes. So you feel as Fox lays his hands on you, and like you're kind of filled with light for a second, and your entire body, it just feels like your blood is on fire. You regain all of your lost charisma.
So I just like yell for a second and then just looked at Fox. I'm like, thank you. I honestly did not even know how to ask for something like that.
I have to say, it made you a lot less ugly right now.
Well, see, my charisma's still 9. I'm still not that good.
I only said less ugly. God. As opposed to my beautiful 10 charisma.
I immediately just looks
Look
at
at
me and
this
says
guy
the
with
word.
a positive or with a non-negative charisma score.
All right, so you're all heading to the gore house now, then?
Yes.
Avro, did you want to say something?
Oh, I just said that when Kai gets his charisma back, he looks straight at me and just says the N-word immediately.
Yup.
So after you are cured of the poison coursing through your veins, you start making the trek over to the gore house, which is another maybe 20 minutes of walking. But you're able to find yourselves back outside the entrance to the gore house. Give me a second, because you're not actually in that corner anymore. You're more at the entrance.
The walls!
And there is also a Tavro here. Second. Yeah, so you make your way, and like you're right at the entrance to the gore house, and you see that it's pretty similar to how you left it. Like you see that there's people fighting in the pits. One thing you do notice that there's a change. A new spine devil has replaced the one that Kai killed in the fighting cage.
I immediately climbs in, just Randy Marsh style, and just goes, I didn't hear no bell.
As he is still at what, 5 HP?
Yup.
And as you walk in, the like jester that led you in last time goes, "Ah, return customers, welcome, welcome. You know they've been looking for you in the fight pits, boy."
We have something a bit better for your pits.
A new
Request
champion!
audience with
A champion who is a legal fighter, and we shall now make mucho buco bucks off of betting.
Cesar. We request audience with Cesar.
Ah, yes, yes, he's the one who recruited you last time, correct? Let me grab
That he
him.
is.
And as he says that, he just holds out a hand.
I take it.
You don't understand the concept of tipping, do you? I'm doing you a favor.
we're doing the club a favor.
Give me a
We're doing
persuasion check. And with that, he kind of goes and goes, better be a good damn favor. And you see as he kind of like walks away dejected, and a few minutes later comes back with Cesar. Who is
He's
currently-
coming.
he be zooming. And he goes, you have all returned. Do you come bearing gifts? What we have previously discussed. You all look bloody enough for it.
That skeleton.
What?
Is that thing a
No,
skeleton?
I think it's just the token they had.
So this
Uh-huh.
is a guy who he is wearing the skull of a person as a mask.
Offer us some comfortable.
Yeah, you're a cop. I don't know if Tavro would really be welcomed in that quickly.
He's with the rest of you, and the last time you brought a cop here, you gave them drugs.
This is fair.
It's true.
Like, as long as he is integrating himself with the rest of you, they don't say anything. If he came in separately, that might be a different story.
I'm gonna turn to Cesar and say, would you like a demonstration? Is there a fight going on?
He goes, yes, we were about to start betting and take next volunteers for a fight pit. Would you like to get back in the ring, or do you have an example for me?
I have, as I open the hood, the next champion.
And you see as, like, he can barely contain his smile, and, like, it almost looks like... Actually, give me an insight check. Yeah, like, he just looks very excited about this, and he goes, yes, I think this calls for a special occasion. We have a, better devil lined up for a fight. This will be good. And you see as he leads you all into kind of like the main fight pit, and he announces out to the room, and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest tonight bringing us a wonderful... 1 second. We have a special guest bringing us fanciful entertainment, and so we have a good betting odds for the next fight. You see, we'll be taking in higher than a spine devil for this next challenger. And let me just change the music real fast.
Oh god, they're gonna die.
And you see as he like beckons to the gate. Do you send the Bone Collective up into the cage?
Yeah.
And you see as he like pulls the spine devil out that's like snapping, and he shoves in the other cage, and you hear as he chants something under his breath, and he goes, yes, as I said, we have special guest. And I just need to pull out this token.
To go, like, hide in the corner and, like, fidget with her nails because she's very uncomfortable.
Oh, I've got some crayons for you if you would like to draw.
No, she don't like those people.
And you see as he kind of chants something for a minute, he goes, Yes, it's, not every day you get to see a barbed devil fight in the pits. And he calls one out, and you see as it kind of just, like, starts cackling to the side and squaring up against the Bone Collective. And is the Bone Collective still, like, kind of hiding its body, just pretending to be a human? Okay. He goes, Alright, bets. 50 to 1 odds on the, 50 to 1 odds against the devil. And you see his people just kind of, like, perk up and start looking around and talking to each other. And you see as a bunch of people start coming up, and he goes to you, Fox, and he kind of, like, nudges you and goes, Do not worry. Brokers and people who bring the champions, they get a cut. And
Why,
you see as everybody is just placing bets on the devil. And we're going to.
I'm assuming I can't place a bet on my own.
So you cannot place the bet. But for a minute, you become in charge of the Bone Collective. You should now have control over it, I think.
Oh, he's beautiful.
He is missing some of the features that are reliant on the Black Flame, so that is why he might look a little different than you were expecting. But that is what you have. And you see as a bunch of people get ready for the fight, and he goes, Demonstration time! It's wonderful! And, Fox, this is mostly gonna be you controlling the Bone Collective in this fight pit. And you see as the barbed devil goes first and just begins cackling as it, you see as it runs over to the Bone Collective, and I think that gets 2 attacks. So you see as it tries to wrap around with its tail. And actually does hit. And then starts clawing at it. And Cesar just shouts out, It seems that our in-house devil is making quite the first impression. Let's see what the challenger can do. It does have multi-attack if you want to...
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Reading the different effects one does.
What did one... Oh, that's the bite.
And it fails, which means it's poisoned and takes charisma damage. Alright. And you see as the Bone Collective just starts clawing into this, and then, Like, the onlookers see as the hood kind of goes back and just this burst of bones comes out as a bite onto the thing, and, like, you hear a few gasps, and then you see as it just, like, tears away a chunk of the devil, you hear a bunch of, cheers interlaced with groans as everybody realizes that they bet on the devil. And then this thing's going to attack again.
Brian, for reference, my character beat one of these things one-on-one. The Bone Collective better.
Yes, I see.
You beat a much, much weaker devil one-on-one.
Oh, is this not a modified one?
So this is a modified barbed devil. You fought a modified spined devil.
Okay, I did not realize it was different.
Spine devils are CR 1/2, barbed devils are CR 5.
Yes.
I see.
So it is a little bit different.
Okay.
I just want to say that Tavro's just sitting in the back, like, onlooking in disgust.
Yeah, as you just see these two things, like, duking it out, and the Bone Collective is taking on a very clear and wide advantage, as it's just, like, tearing into this thing. And you see now as it's just, like, it's literally just taking bites and chunks out of it. And that's another fail, which means we might... I need you to roll a d6 and see if this thing dies of charisma damage. No, it does not.
Oh.
If you ever kill something by making it lose all its charisma, I think it just kills itself.
Well, that's how we got Bucket.
And then you see as this thing is, like, bloody, like, multiple chunks of flesh have been taken out of it, as, like, it's just been bitten, and it's still fighting back because it knows that Rakdos fights are to the death. But even now, like, it's getting weaker, and it's not really able to connect with the attacks. And you see as it just looks up in terror as the Bone Collective goes in to devour it. But first, it gets one critical hit with its claw in.
Holy fuck. Oh, I thought it was a bone collective that got a critical hit. I'm like, he's got to take like 100 damage.
Alright.
What?
The Bone Collective, what does it do? Fox.
Oh, it's biting!
Yeah, and you see as it just, like, brings its maw around this thing and swallows it whole. And then you hear, like, an eruption of cheers and, like, sighs and moans in the crowd as people are excited to see the fight end, but they realize that most of them lost money. And you just hear Cesar goes, "We have a new champion! It's been a long time since someone has successfully taken on a barbed devil. Come back tonight for the main attraction, as new champion takes on quite a few more in the private pits downstairs." And you see as a few people, like, start to, like, shuffle out of the room, somewhat dejected. And then he slides to you, Fox, 30 gold, and goes, "Your earnings for bringing in the champion."
Of course.
Now, I think we had a, what was it you asked me for again? More favorable pricing with the drug deals?
Well, I'm gonna call over the other compatriots in the party and be like, perhaps we could discuss this in your office.
Of course. And he looks up at Tavro and goes, "This one, he wasn't here last time, was he?"
No, he was not.
He wears the insignia. He's not a narc, is he?
We
I
assure,
can assure you he's with us.
See, that doesn't say as much coming from the other Boros.
Do you want them to sit out?
Sorry, what?
Do you want them to sit out?
Sit out. No, if you will vouch for them, they can join. But I won't have any Boros come in and disrupt our perfectly legal dealings here.
Of course.
Real quick, Kai, do you actually say it stuff? Do you like pull me aside and say it stuff, or is that just for me?
so
My
while,
knowledge?
like, seeing you in disgust while the fighting was going on, I
Yeah.
figured in the chaos, I would pull you aside and try and say all of that.
I got you. Okay, that's good.
Since I figured we were not the centers of attention right now.
No,
Yeah,
you were
that's-
very
that's
much
right.
off to the side, and people were not really paying attention to you. He goes, all right. Well, yes, we can. Why don't we move this down to my office? There's a good plan for some more privacy.
Who moved Clara?
I'm moving you all so I can just bring you to the office.
Yep. And as he like summons us, I just like kind of look at Tavro and just like give him a slight nod.
But
Yeah,
Clara
I just, like-
is visibly shaken.
You- You know the thing that cows do, where they like run to put out of their nose, like not horse sounding.
A snort, yeah.
Yeah. Like I just do that, but I do come along.
All right, Connor. Now that we're all in an enclosed space, drop the
Yeah.
control on it.
You right.
So he leads you into the office, which now with like a Minotaur and a Bone Collective as well, it's definitely getting a bit tight. And he goes, "So, let's talk.
Why don't I
business."
rage?
So, let's talk business. I believe I promised you some better rates with the family business, as he kind of like waves his head towards you, Clara.
Oh,
Clara just looks shaken and kind of like not happy.
why,
Alright.
yes, of course, and perhaps a strengthening of the relationship. Kai, do you remember anything else?
Yes, we mostly just wanted to. Hold on, I had this written down. What are we really doing here?
Securing an audience with Neo Sir.
Yes. We were hoping that this would be a stepping stone to furthering our relationship with the Rakdos, with the Gore House.
Ah, yes, you wanted a introduction with the ringmaster here, correct? Nyoser? Lord of the Gate.
He is the one that I was told.
Indeed, yes, of course. Well, in exchange for such a favor, I think that, that's certainly in order. He'll most certainly want to be watching the festivities tonight with such a exciting event planned. Why don't you join him in the audience? I'll make sure you get good seats.
This whole time that we've been walking around the Gore house, does Clara notice any other goblins?
Yeah, if you're actively looking out for them, you do see a few. They seem to be primarily like working as like servers and stuff, going around bringing drinks. You see that they all have a little bit of a craze in their eyes, which you recognize slightly from a past life. And it is the kind of like crazed demeanor of a goblin on cracklers.
Oh god, they crackling.
I'll be right back, but I should be able to still hear.
Yep. Is there anything that you want to like do with that information?
Well, maybe on the way out, Clara will do something.
Stop. Get some help. Yeah, I do believe.
Did you hear me, Zach?
Yeah, you said like on the way out you'll do something.
Yeah.
And so he goes, now we have some advertising to do for the main event tonight, so it's not too late. Why don't you come back around midnight, and I'll make sure you have an audience with Neoser in accordance with the big fight. And you'll bring our champion, of course.
Of course, and I'm gonna lean over and say it more softly. And if you have some corpses, this thing would love it.
And he just responds, "Oh, I'm counting on it. You have no idea." And he goes, I must ask, I was expecting you to bring this thing in a cage or a net of some sort. It seems to follow you. You aren't the lich who made it, are you?
And I am going to smile a very weird smile and just be like, oh, lich, you say? Well, as I touch myself and just sort of look around and be like, do I look like a lich?
I mean, you wear the helmet. It could be bones under there. I do not know. I don't presume.
And Kaida speaks up. No, he is not a lich. Don't listen to his foolish words. There's a spell that we worked hard to cast to control it for now, but trust me, it will wreak havoc exactly when you need it to.
Wonderful. It sounds like a plan to me. So, as I said, show goes on at midnight. Maybe be here by 11. Get some prep work going.
What time is it now?
It was probably right
4.
around 4 o'clock now. Yeah, it's like 4:30.
It's about 4:23.
I thought we left the thing left the woods at 3.
You left the woods at like 2.
Well, I suppose we shall return at midnight then, as I smile, get up, and beckon my bone collective to follow and look at the others. Well, shall we?
Suppose we shall.
We shall.
And he goes, wouldn't mind if you brought some poppers as well. I'm sure Neosar would appreciate it too.
Oh, Lizzie, that's just a Balrog in the corner.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, there's like a little devil thing.
Yeah,
In the bottom.
those are the goblins that you have noticed.
Those are not goblins!
They are now.
That is what a goblin looks like when it is addicted to cracklers.
Yikes.
Actually, you have a specific history with this. You can give me, what would be the proper check? Either a history or a medicine check with advantage.
Either of them with advantage?
both of them would be with advantage. You have some dealings with this. It's a matter of what you remember. So you're not too sure exactly what it is, but you do know that it's very common for goblins within the Rakdos to take a drug called cracklers, which slowly makes them like more crazed and more fiendish.
Okay.
Also, since we were just sent out of our room, I am sleepy.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is a really good time to call the session if you guys want.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Alright, well, thanks for a fun session. Congratulations on getting a bone collective.
And a cow.
And a cow.
Oh.
Yeah, welcome to the campaign, Tavro.
We're still a little sketched by the cow, but you know.
I think you're all sketch.
I mean, you just showed up and are like, I'm here. Kind of sus.
Yeah, Brian, you're the sus one.
Right. You literally brought this undead horrific thing back to life in front of me, and then wouldn't properly explain. And I am a good guy, so I must come.
See, my out of game logic is that you came with a message that made sense to us. So there's some secret I think you have that we just don't know yet.
The fact you
may
had an
make you
encoded
work with
thought
us.
makes me think you're not a good guy.
Maybe.
So-
I'll never tell.
Also,
That's
why
also-
would a cop just willingly go along with this?
Who?
He just got insight in. He just got welcomed into a place that he would love to crack down on.
Correct.
I guess.
Sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, so to speak.
Also, it was like two monsters fighting each other, so like I was like not okay with it, but less perturbed.
It's Pokemon.
It's
Yep.
true.
It was just a
Send
Pokemon
me in,
fight,
boys.
except more realistic.